Let's talk about something that's not exactly fun, but really important. The U.S. government's debt situation in 2025. As of this year, the national debt has passed $36.2 trillion. And yes, that's trillion with a T. And it's not really slowing down. Why, you may ask? Because every year, the government spends more than it brings in. So in 2024 alone, we ran a $1.83 trillion deficit. And in 2025, we're on track to hit $1.94 trillion. So let's break down why this is happening. First, we have increased spending on items such as Social Security, Medicare, and defense. In addition, we're still dealing with financial aftershocks of COVID relief. Meanwhile, we have government tax revenue that hasn't kept up. And to make things worse, interest rates are higher than they were, which means it costs substantially more to service the same debt. In fact, net interest payments in 2024 were higher than defense spending, nearly $900 billion. So now here's where things get serious. The debt ceiling, which is basically the government's credit limit, it's back on the spotlight. So if Congress doesn't raise it, we could hit a default between August and September of 2025. That could shake up markets, increase borrowing costs, and decrease confidence in the U.S. economy. But it doesn't stop there. We're on a fiscal path that's just not sustainable. Without big changes, our debt to GDP ratio could hit 130% by 2035. So just think about that. We'd owe more than 1.25 times the size of our entire economy. There's pressure on long-term programs like Social Security and Medicare. To be clear, Social Security is not about to vanish. However, it could be reduced by 17% in 2035 if Congress doesn't act prior. So fixing all this means making tough calls. Spending cuts, tax increases, perhaps both. No one likes these conversations, but avoiding them just kicks the can down the road and does not eliminate the problem. So why does all this matter to you? Because more debt may mean higher interest rates for home and business loans, less money for future public investments, increased risk of a financial crisis, and fewer options if we hit another recession or emergency. Bottom line, the debt isn't just numbers on a screen or a page, it's really a growing shadow over our economy, and we will all pay the price if it continues to be ignored. So as the debt ceiling debate heats up later this year, I'd keep an eye on what's happening. It's not just about politics, it's about our economic future. The longer our government waits to take action, the fewer options we will all have. Let's keep moving forward together.